Hey folks, so today what we're going to be doing, again, we're going to be packing in some of the road that we just put in. We'll be driving up and down it, just trying to get that base layer in a little bit better. It's supposed to rain later today, so hopefully that'll help soak it in, pack it in a little bit, and help us with stability for the larger vehicles. But what we're going to be working on is we're going to be taking later this evening we'll be taking a load of firewood to a customer, an old friend of mine. He's been with me from the start of all of this. And he just needs another load, so he's a cherry guy. He prefers all cherry. I always call him Don Smoky because he likes to get that low, slow roll of smoke coming out of the chimney. His neighbors all like that smell as well throughout the winter. So try to deliver him just strictly cherry. I do that for a few people who are big on smokers, pig pits. We make smoker blocks. We can cut them anywhere from 3 inches to 6 inches, and then just kind of split them up and chop them up so everybody has good pools of smoker blocks. But so we're gonna go through the process of that today. The way I do it, I know some people grapple their loads and put them in a dump truck. Some people have them set in like IBC totes. I don't have any of those totes. I want to kind of get into that maybe, check that out, but I need better access to them. So the way we do it is I use my tractor bucket and I stack the firewood in my tractor bucket. I have it measured out, so many cubic feet of wood according to a cord, and then just try to get it as close as possible for each customer or individual that needs some firewood to keep warm. So we're gonna go through that process a little bit today. You'll get to see kind of how I do it. It's slow. I know it could be a lot faster and there could be a lot less physical effort, but yeah, this is the way we've been doing it so far. And to be honest, I don't have a grapple. I'd love to have one, but just not at that level yet. So hopefully here for the future we can move into that. Once in a while I'll throw in a big hunk or two like these little shorties. Sometimes they're nice if you've got something going on where you've got a log in your wood burner that won't burn quite right. You need a little air under it. Those are perfect starter chunks to hold that up and off. There's a long one. Whew. So generally speaking, whenever I'm putting different stacks of wood together, the normal cut size is 16. Of course, if you do 3/16s, that gives you your 4 foot across for your full cord, your 4x4x8. And if people call and say, hey, I need a different size, I need something a little bit smaller, a little bit shorter, happy to stack some up for them and get it ready for the next year. So this is an interesting one here, guys, and I don't know if you know any species or different species. As far as I know, black cherry generally looks nice and has a bigger bark like this. Very straight grain. You can see it there in the sunlight. Very easy to split. Got my hands on some of this stuff. You can see it's a tighter grain cherry and it's wavy in here. It's a little bit more grainy, like almost like an oak, but it seems like it's a crossbreed to me or something. It doesn't quite seem to be just a standard black cherry like you'd find in northwestern Pennsylvania. If anybody knows what that might be or might have crossbred with, let me know, because I'm on the search to find out. Because it burns hotter. It burns like an oak, smells like a cherry, looks like a cherry, I'm not sure. So we got this bucket loaded up. Here's a look at it. Stacked about as high as I can get it in there, all the way up to the top rail. So that's considered one bucket out of 5 for a half load. So yeah, we'll go dump this in the truck. Here we go. One thing we don't want to forget to do, and it's been done if you've ever operated machinery, make sure that you close Bobcat quick attaches. Otherwise you dump your load of wood and your bucket in the bed. It's never fun. Those who are new to loading trucks, you know, it's sometimes not common stuff. It's new to people. It was new to me shortly ago. You always want to try to lower your bucket as low as you can get to the bed. That way you're not dumping your material and banging the bed real hard or beating up the inside of the bed. They do wear out faster than you think they would. So yeah, you just want to take your time, get that as low as possible, and then dump it in kind of slowly, just to save wear and tear on your equipment. Side note, a lot of times you see me banging stuff off over there. You know, throughout the drying process, sometimes some animal friends get in there and make a little mess. We want to make sure it's nice and clean for people. You know, normally just taps right off like that. Some of the different processors, they have a different wood cleaning processes that you can buy separate. So your wood goes up the conveyor belt, drops into a barrel or a chute, knocks off all the little pieces. You know, a lot of times I'm not cutting, processing into the dump truck and then delivering right away. So a lot of ours just gets cleaned off in the stacking process, or whenever I load it up the next time. So I was just trying to make sure it's nice, dry, and clean when I send it over. So we got our five bucket loads worth. I like to just jump into bed before I go. Kind of push things around a little bit. Make sure that if you're going down the highway or down the road, nothing's gonna blow out or fall out on a passing car, or just you don't want to lose what somebody asked you to bring over. So try to sort it out a little bit there. And then off it goes tonight. Well, that's what happens whenever you try to do things easy and don't climb up. You just try to grab the thing and jump. You end up throwing your brand new camera in the stone driveway.